video, we explore how you might produce a budget for the costs in your organisation. This is best done after you've developed an income budget, which we covered in our income budgeting video. You can start by looking at the cost lines in the previous and current years. This will give you a useful checklist for the costs to include in your budget, as well as a baseline for forecasting and some insight into trends. The first area to budget is fixed costs. These are the costs that you will incur regardless of the level of activity. For many organisations, permanent employee salaries are one of their largest fixed costs. When budgeting, you should look at any increases or decreases in staff numbers, hours worked, and salaries. Other significant fixed costs include mortgages and office rent. Consider whether there are changes to the number of facilities you need, or changes to the rental costs of existing facilities. Other overheads like utilities, insurance, legal costs and cleaning are typically treated as fixed costs and may increase in line with inflation. However, in some cases, these costs are driven by an organisation's level of activity or linked to other changes, such as an expansion or reduction in facilities. For all fixed costs, look at the previous year's costs and decide whether they are likely to increase, decrease, or stay the same. The second area to consider is variable costs. Variable costs will change based on the level of activity in the organisation. For example, if you're providing training services using freelancers, an increase in the number of sessions provided will mean trainer costs go up. Variable costs are best estimated by looking at your income budget and determining the costs of the activities needed to deliver that outcome. The third area to include is non-recurring costs. These are costs associated with one-off activities planned in the year. For example, you may intend to deliver a project using a third party or have a facility that requires significant maintenance. As a final check, review your budget cost lines against the previous year's accounts to identify and correct any omissions and inconsistencies. By applying this approach to budgeting across these three key areas, you can ensure your MPO keeps its cost under control and reduces financial risk.